Now y'all seeing this new angle with this Bayzoo footage, right? And how they pulled up, how they jumped out, they timed it perfectly. Like they did a good job as far as like on their end. Not saying it's a good thing that they did that, but how they timed it and they waited till pretty much their whole crew had their back turned. They jumped out, had like 5 cars in between. They could have did some little corrections. You understand? We'll get to that, but it looked like the story that King AK-47 that he was saying on his channel. Y'all go subscribe if he ain't. How he was saying that he seen his hitters or the dudes that were gonna take his life that took his life. He seen these guys in the store. He wasn't really familiar with them, but they gave him a look and they just laid on him. I don't know if that store, that convenience store right beside the pull apart joint or the parking lot right across or in the same parking lot, but somehow they managed to creep over there without Bayzoo noticing, and they just laid on him. Because how that car was just sitting right there, if their car would have pulled up a certain type of way, the crew would have noticed that. So that's why I'm thinking the car was just sitting there because they was too relaxed. If you see a car coming in and they come in from the backside, then they pull right like 5 cars down, you will see that. And they just sitting right there, you will see that. I think they was already parked right there. Because you got to think, if you're in the pull-apart, ain't no telling how many times Bayzoo went into the pull-apart store, talked to the guy, and came back outside. So they get them time to pull up in the parking lot and just find a little parking space. And then the car that they used, which was perfect, it blended in with the other cars that was in the parking lot. It's not like they was in a big Cybertruck. It's not like they was in a big Escalade. That's smart. That's why when you steal cars, don't be trying to steal them exotic cars because you never know when you got to blend in the parking lot. A parking lot like that, it need to be an older looking car, nothing too crazy looking new. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because you would have stood out. Brand new Benz, brand new SUV, something big like that, big dually truck, big pickup truck, TRX, track hawk, you would have stood out. The engine so loud, so you couldn't have the car on. You know what I'm saying? So that car right there fit perfect. So I'm thinking that they seen Bayzoo. It could have been a drop though, but I'm thinking that they seen Bayzoo. Bayzoo ain't really recognized them, but he knew. I mean, they knew who he was, and they knew what they had to do, what they needed to do. Ain't no telling how many bags on Bayzoo. Ain't no telling how many bags on Bayzoo head. And then they can not even have a real issue. They can just know it's a bag. They could be cool with some niggas that got the real issue with you. They know the bag on your head, and they gonna get that. Let alone they having the issue with you or THF. If you the head honcho or one of the top members, some of your partner did will get you. So yeah, if that be me in that car and we see him, he the top rank, but your partner did something, ran off, shot at us, not one of us down, hell yeah, I'm gonna be like, let's get dude, let's get buddy. Fuck that. If you thinking like them, you like them, you don't care about the camera seeing your face in the store, you don't care about none of that. They really ain't had to jump out. They could have just pulled up in the car and hung out the window. Now I can't say Bayzoo still would have got hit 7 times, but they still could have did their thing, and he would have got hit up. And they could have pulled right beside him. Now it would have gave Bayzoo a better chance to take out running. He probably would have took more to the back, but they could have pulled. They ain't had to get out the car. Now more people, more innocent people probably would have got hit. Cars running, coming down the street, especially them chopper bullets going through them other cars and going to the main street, stuff like that, going to other businesses and stuff like that. So I ain't saying that's the thing to do. I'm just saying they could have done that. But to the steppers, when y'all got out the car, when you get out the car, this is why you want to go to the gun shows. You want to go to the gun shows. If you got a Draco, you want to go to the gun shows or order on the internet. Find a female that let you order on the internet. Find attachments for the Draco. Find attachments for the ARP. Because what if Bayzoo would have turned around? Somebody would say, hey, look, who them? Hey, watch out Bayzoo. And he would have turned around. So if you got that 20-yard distance, that 15, 30-yard distance, if you got the beam on him, where you can see it and he can't, or he can see it and you can see it. From 20, 30 yards with the Draco, you'll be able to do your thing. The 7x6.2 really gonna bust his bone. So you'll be able to do your thing. So that's why you want attachment. That's why when you jump out the car, you want the weapon already up and aiming. You don't want to get nobody 2 or 3 seconds. You don't know what type of training people got. You don't know if the other dude that was supposed to pull out his joint, he get to blowing at you because y'all main target is him. He get to blowing at you, so you want to have your weapon out. I mean, y'all had your weapon out. I'm saying pointing. The reason why you want the weapon pointing, because if both of y'all got your weapon pointing, it'll put more fear for a second or two in the person who do got a blick. Because if you look up and see somebody already got the Draco pointing, he know if he reach and we see you reach, we're gonna just turn it that way and just blow. Let alone my man's, he got his blick. This is why if it's 2 or 3 of us and we jumping out and there's a crowd of guys, never have both our blicks don't need to be pointing at the same person. So you wanna, if we watching the crowd, you wanna kind of, scan people. So I tell you, like, I got Bayzoo. You get these 2 other dudes. So have your blick waving this way. So if they reaching, if they pull out, you can go ahead and drop them. Or when you start hitting, it'll put the fear in them to run instead of pulling out and blowing. Because you're already ready. So I already had your joint aiming at them, and I got my barrel aiming at him. That way, if both of us aiming at Bayzoo, we ain't got to worry about getting hit from the side because this dude already got a little distance. He kind of behind the cars, and he can pull out and get the blowing. What if he get the blowing and he hit the driver? Now we got to go on the other side, push the driver out like Lucha did his partner and shit like that because he hit and he lost his life or he just hit, period. Now we got to worry about going to the hospital all because, it's money on Zoo head and we want it, but we ain't come at the situation the right way. It's 2 to 3 of us. Hey, man, all the blicks don't need to be pointing at the main target. Let's spread these blicks out. Blick pointing this way, blick pointing that way. Now, if the other guy got 2 blicks in his hand, he got 2 pistols in his hand, it's even better when it's a crowd of people. If it's just one, then you good. Even if it's just a dude and his female. Can't take no chances. Females they be strapped, they be having concealed, they'll hold it down. One blick need to be on her, one blick need to be on him. You only take one blick to get the job done, so. But, how Bayzoo and the crew had their back turned, it gave them time to creep with the weapon facing the ground till they got close enough to hit. And yeah, even though that Draco was pushing Buddy back, he was hitting. Like, he was close enough to hit all in the dome, all in the back, leg, lower body, you know what I'm saying? The body. So he was close enough to do all that stuff. So I guess that's why he ain't stand over. And then the other dude with the 9, I'm thinking the dude with the 9, all the dudes he hit, they survived. I'm thinking the other victims that got hit, they maybe got hit with a 7x6.2, maybe one of them, but I'm thinking most of them took a 9 shell. So since he ain't stand over, because probably they ain't the target, so, and he see him hit, he ain't, you know what I'm saying? They ain't finished the job. And they saying it was somebody else there that had the blick that took out running. This is why you can't put your life in your other members' hands. It don't matter. It don't matter, man. Tell that member, whoever say he gonna be moving the right way, actually do he got 2. Actually do he got 2. But that's why when you famous, it can kind of make you lack more. Because when you famous, anywhere you go, you may think the police gonna pull up. So if they jump out, you don't want, they're gonna grab you because you the famous one. So you ain't gonna want the pistol on you. Yo, when you famous and you got a name and you been with Lil Dirt, you know you could be spotted by police and anybody. So they may just call and say y'all was doing something, y'all wasn't. Police pull up, they jump out. You don't want to just be standing out there with a blick, but then you don't want to just be standing out there naked. But if you're in a safe neighborhood that you think, then you will let your mans and them hold it down for a couple of different reasons, right? One, if you somebody like Bayzoo and you 34, 35, you can't run as fast like you used to when you was 21, 22, 25. So you're not a good runner no more. So you're going to let your partner and them, the younger one, hold the blick. Or it could be a mix of both. You already cased up. You already on probation. You already got an ankle monitor on. Or you already a convicted felon. And this your third felony or your second felony. So you get the third one, they really going to see you up the road. You see what I'm saying? So instead of getting 5 years for a blick, you may get 7 to 10. So you ain't going to take that risk. The only time you're going to really have a blick on you is when you in the hood or you going on a drill or like you in the car, other people in the car, and you would just hold it right there and you can pass it off. The police get behind y'all, stuff like that. But in the parking lot, like a car parking lot where you fix cars at, not so much. There's a whole bunch of y'all, especially if y'all out there, well, I can't say, in other states it'd be if y'all smoking gas, shit like that, or y'all outside drinking, stuff like that. But you can smoke in Chicago. And this is why I'm telling ops, if you got beef, always lurk in them safe areas. And when I say lurk, don't just be like lurking for like you just looking for somebody. Now just do regular stuff. If you lurk and you looking for somebody, you probably ain't gonna find nobody. Just do regular stuff. Like them. If they saying they was in the convenience store, they were just in the convenience store and he bumped into them. They bumped into Zoo and them. Just do regular stuff. Go, because your ops like to do regular stuff too, so they're gonna do the regular stuff in that town. It's just a better time to do it in. If you see your op built, go to the gym. Just pop up in the gym. This is why I told y'all you need to have a social media team, just like how the police have. Because if you following his girl or you look on her page, if it ain't private, if it's private, you need to get a female or somebody that can get in that page, make a fake page, profile, hype it up, buy you some fake followers, do stuff like that. You got to be real smart with it. Make you a female profile, fake, buy some bots, some real bots, and shit like that. And yeah, y'all want to win, right? Or y'all want to do the most damage, right? Look at her page because he may not show it, but she may post the restaurants they go to. She may post that. She may post the malls they go to when they out of town. I mean, when they in a good neighborhood. She gonna post the fast foods or the grocery stores, and in the grocery store, and what if she got her location on? So don't follow these people and start threatening them and come into their DM saying we gonna get you and all that. Don't do that. Nah, don't do that. Just be cool, play it cool. You know, you making like a picture or something, but don't do nothing out the ordinary. You know, not like a picture with your page. I'm saying if you got a fake page with no, not you on it, like a female or somebody that she think real. And yeah, she may post the neighborhood they living in. She may post the car they driving in. Females do stuff that they don't know that they doing. She may post, what if she posts a picture? She not posting her house picture, but she posts a picture of the next door neighbor house and it got the address right there. And what if you find the address to the neighbor house, then you Google map it, and then the car that they be driving in that you seen, the Google map took a picture of that car in the driveway. Or you could just spin the Google map thing around. Okay, it got to be one of these cribs right here. She's standing right here, so behind it got to be the spot. You know? So it's little clues. Just little clues. If it's apartments, what you do is, if she's taking a picture or he taking a picture in the house and they got certain cabinets, you will find, if you can find the area, you'll look at different apartments in the area. You'll find that zip code if you can, or the area, and then you'll look at all the apartments in there and see if they cabinets match up. See if the cabinets match up with that picture. This is why you shouldn't take no pictures in the kitchen unless you got a crib. When you do that, the hatch you'll catch would be People who got the money, people who do the shot calling. It ain't gonna be the young steppers, the up and coming, the one who real wild. It ain't gonna be them like that because they gonna still be in the field. It's gonna be the ones that's really important, the ones that just signed the deal, the ones, you know what I'm saying? Uh, you got to think. Imagine if people like Wayne Perry had social media. Imagine if social media was out back then and you could do the things that I'm saying right now. They have way more bodies. Eric Maurice, Blackie Moe. Imagine if Blackie Moe and Eric Maurice and the Hot Boys and the Gotti Boys. Imagine if the Boogie Boys had social media back then. They can look at people's page. You can give people location. They would have had way more hats. They would have did way more damage. You understand? So social media keep conversation down because you can look, you can find, you can search. So it keeps you from talking to him, letting them know that, hey, I'm finna do this or I'm looking for them. You ain't got to really tell them you're looking for them. You can just look on social media. You just got to do your homework and get in certain pages and know how to put things together and work different apps. And yeah, that's why when you got your social media team, you need to have an app. If you get somebody's phone number, you can look at, you can find all the information. If you get somebody's address, you can find all the information. If you get somebody tag, you can find all the information. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But what y'all be doing when y'all not being active, y'all getting shelled, drinking, going to the mall, like watching Netflix, just, bullshit. Just outside hanging out, ain't doing nothing, going to the store, laying up with females all day, other times going to jail, stuff like that. So you ain't trying to master your craft. So you only get the results that you get, which is not outstanding results. Sometimes you can look up, you can look up. Sometimes you can have a whole bunch of hats. Say you like Vaughn, got a whole bunch of hats, but the hats you got is not really top tier people like that. A couple of females, a couple of dudes that were just outside at the time. You don't have the top done daughters on the other side. You don't have them type of hats. That's why I say you could be King Von and got 14 hats, but who the hats though? If I got 5, but all my 5 is the top tier dudes or the most dangerous dudes, I'm more dangerous than you. You got more, yeah, you can say that. But I got Bin Laden, Saddam Hussein, Pablo Escobar. Like I got top tier names. You got just Lil Johnny, Lil Ray Ray that be with them. He young. Lil Buddy that be with them. He maybe was in the car or something. You may got out of your 14 or 11 or 10 hats you got, or 8 hats you got, only one was really respected and really was a monster in the streets. The rest of them was just, you lurking and you caught them hanging outside and you got down, but you still hurt the other side. I understand if you gonna put this stuff in your daily routine, understand you're going to hell, understand you're gonna get life in prison, understand you're gonna lose your life one day, understand you got dog years. Understand the feds gonna investigate you. They may pick you up, may get 100 years. You may get caught like by your ops. So understand you can go through a lot of pain, a lot of dark days. You gotta be real careful in them good areas. You gotta be real careful because y'all niggas look hot. Y'all will get pulled over. Now if y'all gonna be going to these good areas, it's on y'all. If y'all still want to be doing hanging out the window type of activity, drive by, all this stuff, you already know the police gonna work harder. So I'm not saying keep that shit in the projects because it's innocent people there too. Our people matter just really if you the same race, it should matter more than anybody, right? So I ain't saying keep this shit hood. I'm just saying if you do it over there, the police gonna work extra harder. You catch your op in a high area, in a expensive area where there ain't a lot of crime, a lot of innocent people. Best believe they're gonna work that much harder to solve their case. So understand that. This is why I tell ops, gang members by ends, move out your city. Because ops ain't really going states over. Or they ain't gonna drive 4-5 hours. You can stay in the same state, but you 4-5 hours away. You 3.5 hours away. You ain't just an hour away, 30 minutes. Niggas will drive that. You ain't trying to drive no 6. 3 hours there, 3 hours back. That's 6 hours. And then when they do that, it ain't a good chance that they'll find you. You see what I'm saying? When you move in these good areas, you still keep the same good routine. Still get everything in boats. Don't be hanging at stores. Don't be, you know what I'm saying? Because people drive. They'll pull up. But this situation right here, man, he thought it was sweet. He didn't have to be out there. You got all this money, and you got to stand out there like you got to make sure he's doing the right job. Nah, man. That's why these companies they work on your car, unless you had a J working on your car, they should insure anything that they fuck up. If you don't want them to fuck up nothing and you want 100% guaranteed insurance on it, take it to the real shop. Whatever problem she had, it didn't cost them $10,000. Why you can't take it to BMW, a Toyota, a Hyundai, a Acura, why you can't take it there? Spend $1,000, $1,200, $600. Stop trying to save $100. So yeah, man. Trying to save $200-$300, man. Spend that shit. You're trying to save money on that, but you pay top dollar for for Zy and Lean and Perk. Pay top dollar for that, but you're trying to save $150 on a part. Go on, man. You called the dealership, they told you the part was $300. You got to pull the part, they told you the part $90. You gotta understand who you are. So yeah, that's why you're supposed to have your team. Your team should be able to handle that. But you ain't never put nobody in position. Tell the team, hey man, go get the car fixed. Get this and get that. Have your team doing shit. But y'all not that structured. You gotta be on dirt level to have a team like that. Shouldn't be driving no cars where you gotta go to the pull apart. You should be driving cars where it got a warranty on it. Once the warranty void, we switching out the car. You still got that girl driving a car. You gotta go to pull apart. She's supposed to have something new. At least nothing over 5 years so she can have that warranty. And yeah. If the car don't work, get AAA. You're supposed to already have AAA, get the tow package, and tell them to tow it to the dealership. You good. When you get the tow package, get the most mileage you can get. So they say the first 100 miles free, get that package. First 60 miles free, get that package. Whatever they say. But yeah, man. Bayzoo was just slipping, man. Back turn, they were just perfect timing. They got the job done. They on camera. I think they seen them in that store. It could be a location drop. Still got that too, but I think they spotted Buddy just on some humbug shit, and they just following him over there. Or the parking lot was in that same parking lot as the store. But yeah, man, like that's my take on this conversation right here, man. I ain't really get to get full details. I'm still driving. So I'm gonna really look into this shit right here, and then we're gonna come back on it and tap in on it.